Sinomacrops taming changes, Xbox loot crate issues, and is ARK 2 going to be delayed to 2023? You alright kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So in terms of community crunch news that was actually released last night, there wasn't a fat lot. In fact, barely a paragraph, no Evo event, and that was about it. But that is of course because we got so much information last weekend. Don't forget, we got the big announcements of the Desmodius Draculae, the Carcharodontosaurus, a big news feature last weekend, and I'm guessing that's why it's always a quiet month in the world of video games. But there is some topics to certainly discuss. More important than anything else, I made the community crunch with me Lost Island guide, where of course I gave you a full rundown on the map, and if you've not caught that, I'll leave a link in the description. But a big thank you to Wildcard for featuring me, and of course Mr. Captain Fat Dog and his wonderful game breaking traps, and this time going to the OG Rex, which is really cool to see the Rex being rejuvenated in the trap game by the legendary trap maker himself. Patch notes are very thin at the moment. A few things happened this week though, like the Sinomacrops. Yes, there's been a few changes. One big one is the kibble. It doesn't eat kibble anymore, which I found firsthand when I was taking kibble to something to tame it, and it decided to eat all the kibble. Thanks for that, Sinoras, but at least that won't ever happen again, and nor will it happen to you guys out there. Console, I don't think you've got this patch yet, but it will be coming to you soon. As well as taming progress, there was an issue whereby the Sinomacrops was losing its taming progress if the food dropped below 50%, as well as a Star Dolphin mission fix. Apparently you could have completed that, has now been resolved for you as well, Gen 2 players, whoever's playing Gen 2 still out there. A few foliage optimization issues which are hopefully improving your server performance. Now I know there are still quite a few out there, and I'm going to touch on those in a moment, but I want to talk about what's going on behind the scenes, what I think is going on. If you don't know, at the tail end of last year there was a bunch of job opening positions for Wildcard for people to work for them, to do things for, which I'm probably guessing is going to be ARK 2. They are expanding the team, ready and set for this big sequel at the tail end of the year. Or is it? Well, it seems at the very least the community team are expanding, growing, as said our lead community manager says. That yes, exactly that. Don't need to repeat it, I already just said it. And who are those community managers? We may never find out. Said does say that some of them just like to remain anonymous, and I get that, but overall community engagement is bigger and better than ever, and it will increase as we get closer to ARK 2. Furthered and championed by content creators out there, including myself. I do think that we've got a great close community within the Raasclark army, bringing you together with of course the memes, the top 10s, just making ARK a big better thing that it can be. Community engagement is a big part of any topic, of any subject, and I'm very fortunate to have you out there watching this video right now, being part of a community, reading the news, listening to the news, sharing the content. It all helps to make ARK a more bigger, popular franchise, and it will continue to be, I guarantee, as we head into ARK 2. But when is it going to drop? Lest we forget, Wildcard, the developers, had a big internal meeting last month about what's happening with ARK 2 and where they are going, what's happening this year. Now, a lot of you out there, including myself, have been saying from day one, 2022, nah, not a prayer. And I've got a theory as to why perhaps we're not going to see it this year. The reason being is the devs aren't tweeting this year is going to be a big year for ARK. There's no initial engagement, excitement, hyping up this year was going to be their year. And you'd think if ARK 2 is going to be released this year, they would look at it. And I know that's out there, it's a bit out there, but look, combined with all of the job applications that are going out, all the positions they're hiring, Unreal Engine 5 alone, whilst we've had some showcases with the likes of Matrix, of course, its full launch isn't expected until early 2022, of course, this year, with no specific date being announced yet. Of course, it is in early access with developers out there, so people are using it right here, right now, but it seems like it's not in its final version iteration just yet. Combine all that with, of course, a history of Wildcard release releasing stuff a bit later than they usually say they're going to. Well, that has certainly been benchmarked with Lost Island. They actually released on time for a change, and yeah, I don't know, that might just be a one-off. I do think we are going to see a delay to ARK 2, at least delayed till next year, maybe early quarter of next year. I don't think we're gonna see it this year. Maybe a glimmer of a hope at the tail end of the year, but I'm pretty sure the next time we see a release date for this game, it's going to have 2023 in the title. We will see, but of course that means this year there's going to be a bunch of stuff drip fed to us throughout the year, with of course E3, the big gaming show, whereby I believe they will drop a big official trailer announcing this, and then Extra Life at the tail end of the year. I think that will give us loads and loads of details of what to expect with the game, and we already know little bits because of course last year the lead art director of ARK 2 told us that the dinosaurs are film-like quality. Those were his words, so we can't wait to see what they really look like in action, with of course the big traversing mechanics they talked about a few months ago that they've been working on really hard to make sure dinos and of course characters walk around the terrain correctly and interact, animate. It's really exciting to see what this is going to be and how realistic these dinosaurs are actually going to look. So yes, I know there's a lot of bugs out there still running. A lot of you are reporting them through to me. I can't help you. I wish I could. I really do wish I could, but we can find out that Sed is telling us that the engineering team are still working on a few things, and hopefully we'll get more to come in the next coming days or weeks. A big one that you're all commenting on my videos as of late is Scorched Earth and Aberration. Apparently you're having big loot crate issues and eggs not spawning and drakes not spawning and reapers not spawning. A lot of things aren't spawning as they should be. Whether this is isolated with just Xbox, I'm not hearing about any PlayStation players having these issues themselves. We're not quite sure about, but if you do have these problems, there's one place you need to go. To bugs, there's a forum on survivetheark.com where you simply go and log your issue in the bug section of the forums. That's the best place for you to tell the team all about the issues that you're encountering. And also, if there's more people reporting about those same bugs, then of course it's going to raise an alarm with the devs. In fact, people are already reporting about these particular bugs. Drops being broken on Scorched Earth, has no aerial supply drops. Wyvern eggs and rock drake eggs not spawning on certain maps. Invisible reapers and drops on the aberration surface. They're already aware, I'm hoping, as there are bug reports there. But if you feel compelled to tell the devs about your issues, go to this forum and log it. It takes a minute to sign in, to create an account, and just post away. And that's the best way to illustrate to the team how big of an issue it is. If there's so many reports in the bug section in the forums, then the devs know they need to action something swiftly. So go there. I'll leave a link to this in the description. And it's shout out time. This time we're shouting out Kitty Cat Lepore, who has recently just achieved 1,000 subscribers, and a big congratulations for that, of course. But Kitty Cat has certainly been up and coming. I've been keeping tabs on her, whereby Cat is on the regular, posting almost daily episodes for you to indulge on content regarding ARK, whether it be guides, where she of course did a renewed artifact guide on the new locations, because of course the coords all changed. So all the guides before last week are now completely useless with these new coord changes. And apart from that, she's got a great sense of humour, fun to watch in her Let's Plays, and certainly does a bit of parodying mods. Certainly one to watch, and I look forward to seeing Kitty Cat grow in the coming months. So go check it out. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel in the description. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, comment below, let me know. Do you agree that ARK 2 will be delayed to 2023? I mark my words, it is going to happen. But, you know, I'll eat a hat or two if I'm wrong. But yeah, if you disagree, you'll be eating a hat yourself, or not, because you don't have to. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.